He's one of the most influential musicians of all time, a global icon, a man whose songs have shaped generations, and whose fortune has quietly grown into the billions. Paul McCartney isn't just a former Beatle. He's a billionaire legend who has transformed musical genius into a legacy of luxury, success, and impact. But beyond the stadium tours and platinum records, how exactly does Paul McCartney live today? In this video, we take you inside the extraordinary world of Sir Paul McCartney. From his breathtaking estates in England and New York to his collection of rare, high-end cars, we'll uncover how this legendary artist enjoys his fortune, estimated at over $1.2 billion. And here's the part you won't want to miss. Later in the video, we reveal one of his most private residences, hidden away in the English countryside, and a vintage vehicle from the Beatles era that collectors would pay millions to own. It's a side of McCartney few people ever get to see. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to Aude Media Official for more deep dives into the lives of music legends and global celebrities. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and comment down below with your thoughts. Which part of McCartney's lifestyle surprises you the most? Stay with us to the end. You won't believe what we discovered about how he's still growing his fortune while living with taste, purpose, and unmistakable style. Paul McCartney, a life in music, wealth, and luxury. Biography and early life. Sir James Paul McCartney was born on June 18, 1942, in Liverpool, England, to Mary Patricia and James McCartney. Raised in a working-class household, Paul's early years were shaped by both music and tragedy. His mother, a midwife, died of breast cancer when he was just 14 years old, a loss that deeply affected him and later found expression in his songwriting. McCartney attended the Liverpool Institute High School for Boys, where he showed academic promise. However, it was his musical inclination that truly set him apart. Influenced by his father, who was a jazz musician and played the piano at home, Paul learned to play the trumpet and piano at an early age. He eventually switched to the guitar, inspired by rock and roll artists like Elvis Presley, Buddy Holly, and Little Richard. A pivotal moment came in 1957 when Paul met John Lennon at a church fete in Woolton. Lennon was performing with his skiffle band, the Quarrymen, and McCartney was soon invited to join. This partnership would become one of the most significant collaborations in music history. Music career. Paul McCartney's music career could be divided into several key phases, each marked by innovation, success, and cultural impact. The Beatles era, 1960 to 1970. The Beatles were officially formed in 1960, with McCartney, Lennon, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Their breakthrough came in 1962 with the release of Love Me Do. The ensuing Beatlemania took the world by storm. Under the management of Brian Epstein and production of George Martin, the Beatles became a global phenomenon. Paul was instrumental in writing and co-writing many of the band's biggest hits, including Yesterday, Let It Be Hey Jude, and Penny Lane. Known for his melodic bass lines, vocal range, and musical versatility, McCartney helped revolutionize popular music. The Beatles released groundbreaking albums like Rubber Soul, 1965, Revolver, 1966, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, 1967, and Abbey Road, 1969. After internal tensions and creative differences, the Beatles disbanded in 1970. Their breakup marked the end of an era, but was the beginning of McCartney's prolific solo journey. Throughout the 1970s, McCartney toured extensively and released multiple albums, balancing commercial appeal with musical experimentation. His work earned numerous Grammy nominations and awards, with Band on the Run winning the Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Performance by a Duo, Group, or Chorus. Later solo work and collaborations, 1981 present. After Wings disbanded in 1981, McCartney embarked on a more personal solo career. Notable albums include Tug of War, 1982, featuring a duet with Stevie Wonder on Ebony and Ivory, and Flowers in the Dirt, 1989, which included collaborations with Elvis Costello. In the 2000s and beyond, McCartney continued to tour, release albums, and collaborate with a new generation of artists. His 2018 album Egypt Station debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, and he collaborated with Kanye West and Rihanna on 4-5 Seconds in 2015. In 2020, he released McCartney 3, a critically acclaimed album recorded during the COVID-19 lockdown. Over the decades, Paul has received 18 Grammy Awards and been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, once as a Beatle and once as a solo artist. Net worth. As of 2025, Paul McCartney's net worth is estimated to be around $1.2 billion, making him one of the richest musicians in the world. This wealth is the result of decades of royalties, concert tours, album sales, and smart business decisions. McCartney's share in the Beatles' songwriting catalog, particularly the Lennon-McCartney compositions, continues to generate substantial revenue. In 2017, Paul regained the rights to many of the Beatles' early songs following a legal battle, significantly boosting his income stream. In addition, McCartney has made money through publishing, with his company MPL Communications owning the rights to thousands of songs, including works by Buddy Holly and Carl Perkins. How he spends his millions. Despite his immense wealth, Paul McCartney is known for his relatively down-to-earth lifestyle compared to other billionaires. That said, he does indulge in his passions and uses his fortune to support numerous causes. Philanthropy. Paul has donated millions to causes such as animal rights, vegetarianism, music education, and cancer research. After the death of his first wife, Linda, from breast cancer, he established the Linda McCartney Center in Liverpool to provide cancer support. He's a staunch environmentalist and has supported organizations like Greenpeace and PETA. His 2009 Meat Free Monday campaign advocates for reducing meat consumption to combat climate change. Fashion and art. McCartney has a refined taste in fashion, often sporting bespoke suits and collaborating with high-end designers. He is also an art collector, with works by Pablo Picasso, Willem de Kooning, and Magritte reportedly in his private collection. Lavish lifestyle. While he tends to avoid excessive extravagance, McCartney enjoys the perks of his wealth, including luxury travel and private accommodations during tours. He is known for chartering private jets and owning valuable musical instruments, including his iconic Hofner 501 violin bass. Luxury real estate. Paul McCartney owns a global real estate portfolio worth an estimated $150 million. His properties are located in some of the world's most exclusive neighborhoods. London, England. McCartney's primary residence is a 5-story townhouse in St. John's Wood, not far from the famous Abbey Road studios. The home is elegantly furnished and reportedly worth over $20 million. East Sussex Estate, UK. He owns a 1,500-acre estate in East Sussex, featuring a grand manor house, horse stables, and lush gardens. The property offers privacy and serves as a rural retreat. New York City, USA. In Manhattan, McCartney owns a luxury penthouse on 5th Avenue overlooking Central Park, estimated at $15 million. He also owns a Tribeca apartment in a celebrity-favored building. The Hamptons, USA. Paul owns a vacation home in the Hamptons, one of America's most prestigious coastal retreats. The estate features a private beach, guest houses, and expansive grounds, worth around $20 million. Beverly Hills, USA. McCartney's Beverly Hills mansion includes a tennis court, pool, and recording studio. Purchased in the 2000s, the property is now valued at over $10 million. Exotic cars. Though not known as a die-hard car collector, McCartney does own a number of rare and luxurious vehicles. Aston Martin DB6. Perhaps his most famous car, the Aston Martin DB6, was purchased in 1966 at the height of Beatlemania. It remains one of the most iconic celebrity-owned vehicles. Lamborghini 400 GT. Paul was spotted with a Lamborghini 400 GT in the late 1960s. This rare vehicle is a collector's dream and represents the flamboyant style of the era. Lexus LS 600H. A more modern and eco-friendly choice, McCartney has been seen driving a Lexus hybrid, in line with his environmental values. Mini Cooper S. During the 1960s, Paul famously drove a green Mini Cooper S, which was customized for him. The car became symbolic of swinging London. Rolls-Royce Phantom V, although primarily associated with John Lennon, McCartney was also driven in luxury vehicles like the Phantom V during the Beatles' peak years. Conclusion: Paul McCartney's life is a fascinating blend of groundbreaking musical genius, cultural impact, and thoughtful luxury. From humble beginnings in Liverpool to becoming a global icon with a billion-dollar empire, his journey reflects both timeless talent and a keen sense of legacy. Whether composing a chart-topping song, advocating for animal rights, or living in opulent residences, McCartney remains an enduring figure whose life story continues to inspire millions around the world. From a modest upbringing in Liverpool to a career that redefined popular music, Paul McCartney's story is a masterclass in creativity, endurance, and evolution. But what stands out just as much as his legendary music is how he's chosen to live his life at the top. From his 5-story townhouse near Abbey Road to his Hamptons retreat, his luxurious properties span the globe. His garage tells a story of style and heritage, featuring rare automobiles that are as iconic as the music he helped create. And behind it all is a billion-dollar empire built not only on talent, but also on vision, ownership, and passion. If you enjoyed this look into Paul McCartney's luxurious world, remember to like this video and subscribe to Aude Media Official for more content like this. Share this with your friends who love music, history, or high-profile lifestyles, and let us know in the comments. If you had $1 billion, would you live like McCartney? Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more insights into the world's most fascinating entertainers. Only here on Aude Media Official.